What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with HD Toys, and welcome back to another video. And today we are finally reviewing the Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Green Ranger Atom. This one took way too long to come in. My shipment from Amazon still technically isn't here. This one is from Best Buy. If you guys are unaware, Best Buy actually released the entire wave earlier this week. I placed my order on Monday. Lo and behold, today is Friday. And yeah, here it is. So what do you say we take a quick look at the packaging? Obviously, you have your standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection box going on here. A little bit of the artwork on the side, window display. The same artwork wraps around the side. Power Ranger Zeo. You have a promotional shot of the figure on the back. More of the box art right up there. Green at the top. Legalese at the bottom. So, without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and crack this guy open and see how cool he actually is? All right, and here we have the figure out of packaging. But before we go ahead and take a look at the figure itself, what do you say we go ahead and take a look at all his accessories, because he does come with quite a few. Okay, so first off, he comes with his standard Sidearm Sword, obviously in sword mode. It would be nice if they would finally start releasing these with some sheath version, because otherwise it just looks really weird into the side of his holster right there, all elongated and whatnot. Then he comes with his sidearm right there. That can just port in like so on the other side. Right. Then obviously you have his two hands that come with him out of the box. You have one that's kind of a closed grip, one straight up trigger finger hand, and then two extra closed fisted hands. So yes, there you go. Then he also comes with this little blast effect that goes onto the gun right there. So if you just wanted to, just go ahead and port that in, and then that's how it'll look. Nothing new, so seen that before. Not a bad effect. Then he comes with his two, I guess, axes. I don't really know what you would call these, but he does come with a signature weapon. Still waiting on to see on how Hasbro will release Rocky's signature weapons. We're still waiting, Hasbro. Then last but not least, we have the Atom Park head sculpt, and in my opinion, this has to be the best head sculpt that they have released to date. I don't think there's another head sculpt out there that really nails the character likeness quite like this one. And I am so glad this is the one that they finally nailed. Being the first male Asian Power Ranger in the American series now, not Super Sentai, being on the show really meant a lot to me. Obviously because I am an Asian male. So it was one of the Rangers I did look up to. Pop that on him so you can see what he looks like. Right there. Amazing head sculpt. Best one yet, hands down. Thumbs up on this one, Hasbro. I mean, hell, if you guys like it, give the video a thumbs up to let Hasbro know. Keep sending out head sculpts just like this one. And just in case you wanted to see it, because you know we all want to see it, here is the Atom Park head sculpt sitting on top of the MMPR Black Ranger, the single release that came with the Season 2 version of Zack's head. So as a crazy what-if scenario, here is Walter Jones, aka Zack, how he would have looked like as Zeo Ranger Green had he stayed on the show. Pretty cool. Not too bad, right? So yeah. So with all that out of the way, what do you say we go ahead and take a closer look at the details of this figure? Okay, so taking a closer look at the figure, this seems to be a mismatch of what they fixed on Zeo Ranger Red from Zeo Ranger Blue, and obviously vice versa. There are a few things. So what do you say we go ahead and start off with the most key one? Obviously here, the outline around his visor, they went back to the silver, which is the incorrect color, by the way. White is the correct color, which they had corrected for Zeo Ranger 5. But for whatever reason, they decided to go back to the silver. Not too big of a deal. Then obviously over here, they opted out to omit the white part that they painted here on Zeo Ranger Blue. Just like Zeo Ranger Red, this is all gold. Once again, not too big of a deal. Just pointing it out because this is a review. But overall, pretty good looking figure. Mine doesn't seem to have too many major paint mishaps going on that I've seen just yet. I saw somebody had posted, oh, it is kind of weird. This is just molding though, so kind of a weird crack going on. Not too big of a deal. You won't see that. I did see somebody post online that they had like a lot of overspray from the gold go on right here onto the white collar. That would have really annoyed me, but luckily I got lucky with mine. Seems to be pretty good. Little bit of overspray right there, not too bad. Overall, decent paint apps on mine. Really good looking figure. So crazy little backstory about this figure. Back when Zeo Rangers was first announced or whatever, before they well, not announced, but like before they officially started airing episodes, I had walked into a KB Toys. Yes, I am that old. And I saw they had the entire wave of Zeo Ranger, Power Ranger action figures out on display. And I was like, wow, I had just barely seen a trailer and the show wasn't even set to air until that, following weekend. So the 7-year-old me that I was went ahead and grabbed the Green Ranger as my first Ranger, not knowing it was Adam, but just thinking that maybe it's Tommy. I don't know why. I just, 7-year-old me, I was so into the Green Ranger back then. So I just went ahead and grabbed this Ranger thinking that Tommy was going to be this Ranger, because as a kid, I never got a Tommy figure because he was always sold out. But, that's just a little throwback story of mine about Zeo Ranger Green and how this figure actually means so much to me. It is my first, well, not this one, but the Zeo Ranger Green was my first figure that I ever bought with my own money, that I found in stores that wasn't a gift. So this one holds a special place in my heart, more so now knowing that, he was turned out to be Adam. So yeah, little backstory. So what do you say we go ahead and get into articulation? So as far as articulation goes, you have your standard 360 head rotation. Can look up about that far, pretty far. Look down very far. No real side to side on this one, just that little bit of movement. You do have a ball hinge shoulders that'll go up very far, actually, not too bad. Butterfly joints at the shoulders, so that'll go forward about that far, backwards, good amount. Then you have full 360, obviously, at the shoulders, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, wrist hinges, but for some reason these are like really into the cuff, so you don't get, you got to pull it out a bit if you want the rotation. Actually, yeah, there it is. It's just really stiff. So this one is a gun trigger hand, so they go up and down instead of in and out. These do go in and out right here on the close-fisted hands. So let's see what this one is. The straight gun trigger hand. Yeah, this one is also up and down. Then you have your upper diaphragm swivel. So do full 360, rock side to side, make him look forward about that far, back about that far. You have a lower ab crunch that'll bring it down this far, go back really far. No lower waist swivel. Let me take this out. Ball jointed hips. Do the splits about that much, not very much. Kick forward about that far. Kick back just a little bit. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees right there. Boot cuff swivel and ankle rockers. Go back about that far. Forward about that far. Peg holes at the bottom. So your standard male Hasbro articulation on these figures. There you go. So let's go ahead and get into some size comparisons. So you saw it earlier, but here it is again, the black MMPR Ranger next to the Zeo Ranger Green. Then here you have him next to Rocky Zeo Ranger 3, the Blue Ranger, and Tommy Zeo Ranger 5, the Red Ranger. Then last but not least, here he is next to Zeo Ranger Gold, which should technically be 6 because he does have 6 little things right there. But anyways, here he is next to him. And if Hasbro keeps up with what they're doing, obviously they released a regular putty, they released the Z putty, so Tango Warrior is coming up soon. Hopefully the COG is next so we can get some henchmen for the Zeo Rangers. But yeah, here he is. All right, so overall I am super excited to finally have this figure in my possession. Not so much that we are almost completed with the Zeo Ranger team. We basically just need the 2 female Rangers, Tanya and Kat. But overall, Adam being one of my favorite Rangers of all time, and then having this awesome head sculpt really just makes him a great part of this collection overall. So yeah, there you guys have it. I will leave links down below on where you can order yours if you haven't gotten yours yet. And until next time, guys, later.